Hi guys, welcome back to Silver Lining. For the new people, hi, welcome. A little bit about this podcast. I've been through a lot of dark times in my life and I felt so lonely and lost, and I poorly navigated a lot of the dark times in my life. And I wish that I had somebody to help me through them and let me know that it was going to be okay and that I wasn't the only one feeling like that. So that's why I created this podcast. It's to help people who are feeling a little lost right now. And trust me, it's very normal to feel lost in a world like the world we live in today. It is a very dark world, but I promise you there are like-minded people going through the same thing, and hopefully by me being vulnerable and opening up about my story, you guys don't feel as alone and you learn something from it. And life is all about learning and growing and evolving and letting go of what doesn't serve us anymore to allow what is meant for us in. So in today's episode, we're going to get into the fact that it is okay to not be okay. And I struggled with that from a very young age. I always had the pressure on me to be perfect, and perfection is not attainable in this life. Nobody's perfect. And so whenever I was having a rough day, I would get punished for having a rough day. I couldn't be sad. I couldn't show my true emotions. And I always had to wear a mask that everything was okay and that I was happy and that I was grateful. And wearing that mask that it's all good when it's not all good is exhausting. And it's something that I'm still unlearning to this day. I love being in a good headspace and being positive and spreading positive energy, but sometimes I'm exhausted and sometimes I don't feel good. And sometimes I don't allow myself to feel those feelings. And for a big part of my life, I didn't let myself feel those feelings. I wore a mask, and wearing that mask takes a lot more effort than just being who you are and allowing yourself to feel your feelings. I abused drugs for a very long time in my life because I didn't want to feel. I wanted to avoid it and find any short fix to be in the headspace I wanted to be in. And that is not a stable foundation to build any type of life off of. And if you haven't done drugs in your life, happy you haven't. But there are other coping mechanisms like avoiding or, just shutting off your true emotions. And I want to be an example that even if you've been putting it off forever, it's okay to start. And I promise you, facing whatever you're going through is going to be much easier than running from it. And also by talking about it, you're going to realize that you're not the only one feeling these things. We all feel sad sometimes. We all feel lost. We all get depressed. It's a part of the human experience. And, I've had such low, dark moments in my life that I truly didn't think I would make it right here, right now. And especially, I didn't think I would make it to be able to the point to guide and help others. And I realized that it's okay to feel lost, and it's okay to not know if you're on the right path, and it's okay to be frustrated with where you are in life. It's okay. But you have to realize everything is for a reason. And the best part about feeling lost is that the universe and God, whoever you want to believe in, is working behind the scenes to help find you and help bring the right people, places, and things into your life that are going to get you on the right track. But it starts with us, right? If we allow sadness and depression and anxiety to take over our lives, then that's what we're allowing. But if you face those uncomfortable feelings and get to the root of why you are feeling those feelings, then you could let it go and alchemize that energy and transmute it into something beautiful. Turn your pain into power, turn your struggle into a triumph. And that makes succeeding even more enjoyable, is when you came from a rough start or a rough mindset and you conquered it on your own with the help of your angels in the universe. There are a lot of sources that we do not see working for us, but there are also a lot of sources that we don't see that are working against us and putting those thoughts in your head that you're not good enough, that you don't know what you're doing. You are good enough and you do know what you're doing. And the thing is, you have to be in control of your thoughts. There's always going to be opposing opinions, whether it be in your own head or with the people around you, that you're not on the right track and you don't know what you're doing and you're not good enough. But no, it's up to you, up to us to remember that we are good enough. We are powerful. You are more powerful than you think. And a tip I have for when you're feeling low and lost and not having a good day is to take a little breather, go sit down and think of what would make me happy right now. What could I do to lift myself up and feel better? It's as simple as, for me, for example, like in the morning, if I'm feeling really overwhelmed, or even at any point in the day, I will get in the shower and take a very hot shower and just imagine all my stress and anxiety and fears and doubts going down the drain. And it helps so much. And right before I get out of the shower, I do a freezing cold shower, and it wakes me up. I'm reset and I feel good. Another thing is I'll light candles in my home or make myself a cup of tea. Invest in yourself. Invest in making you feel good. And if you're at such a low point where you can't do it on your own, it's okay to seek help. I actually really recommend getting professional help, whether it be through a spiritual mentor or a therapist. Go talk to somebody, because they will remind you that you are okay and you will get through this. Sometimes we just need somebody to tell us that we're gonna get through what we're gonna get through and that we're not alone. And really, that's why I started this podcast, to be like an online therapist, and hopefully you guys can comment what you're going through and I could give you guys advice and you guys could give each other advice in the comments. If you made it this far, please comment down below something that you are struggling with, if you're open to, and watch how many people are going to interact with that. The internet is such a beautiful place for that specific reason, like connecting in the comments and truly not feeling alone. I know at the lowest times in my life, I really benefited from people online telling their story or giving advice, because sometimes you're in such a low place that you don't even have the confidence to go get help. And I've been there. You know, I didn't see any light at the end of the tunnel, so I was like, why would I go get help? And I really, set myself back. But I'm grateful that I did, because if I could get out of such a low, dark, despairing mindset that lasted 20 years, you guys can get out of what you're going through too. I promise you. And luckily, with every dark time, there's going to be an equal or greater good time ahead. And I really suggest and I pray that you think of that when you're not feeling good. Be like, okay, this is happening right now, but soon enough, there's going to be an even better time than how bad I'm feeling right now. In complete opposite, in the better direction. And I promise you, you are stronger than you think. You are more powerful than you know. And try to just get 1% better every day. If you're so depressed and you're laying in bed, and you can't get out of bed, get out of bed the first day. Next day, take a shower, do skincare. Third day, get outside, take a walk, do all those things, take the walk. A little bit better every day, and you're gonna rewire your brain into doing things that make you feel good. Because to be honest, laying in bed every day does not make you feel good. Eating bad foods every day does not make you feel good. And I understand there are certain days where that is all you could do. And I'm telling you that's okay, because it is okay to not feel okay. But what is not okay is to repeat that pattern over and over and over and expect something to change. Because what's the quote? Doing everything over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And I truly agree with that. I spent so many years doing the same thing over and over and wondering why my life wasn't getting better. It's because I wasn't making the changes I needed to make my life better. And I promise you, once you start investing in yourself and investing your energy into making you feel better, everything is going to line up perfectly for you. And it's not going to happen overnight, but good things take time. And the strongest foundation you could build is building a foundation within yourself to make you feel deserving and worthy of what you want to succeed in this life, what you want to do with your life. You could do anything in this life that you put your mind to. Anything. No dream is too big. I promise you. And that strong foundation of making yourself feel seen, heard, and cared for is what is going to propel you into those situations in life. I hope this helped at least one person today. Remember to invest in yourself. Build the strongest foundation you can in yourself. Remember that whatever you're going through right now, you are and will get through it, I promise you. And that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Give yourself permission to feel. Emotions are energy in motion, right? So we have to feel that emotion to allow a new emotion to come in. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel lost. You will find yourself, I promise you, 1% better every day. One step at a time, and you will get there. I love you so much. Can't wait to see you guys on the next episode. Bye.